Have you ever asked yourself, what happens when your twin flame seems to forget you? When they pull away, when they choose silence, when they go back to their old life, does their higher self forget too? Or is there something much deeper going on, something the human mind can't fully grasp, but your soul already knows? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will not only answer this question, it may completely shift how you feel about your twin flame journey. The twin flame path is not just about two humans trying to make a relationship work. It's about two higher selves, two parts of one soul, constantly communicating and guiding each other, no matter what the 3D looks like. But here's the dilemma. If your twin flame forgets about you, does it mean the connection is broken? Does their higher self also pull away, leaving you abandoned? Or could it be that something else, something sacred, is happening in the unseen layers of your journey? Those are the questions we'll explore together today. And by the end of this, I want you to walk away feeling not only reassured, but also more empowered in your own healing and spiritual growth. Let's begin by clarifying one important truth. Your twin flame's higher self never forgets you. Even if their human self tries to shut down the connection, even if they distract themselves with work, other relationships, or denial, their higher self is always tethered to you. Why? Because you are them, and they are you. Think of the higher self as the eternal flame that burns behind the veil of human forgetfulness. It's the part of you that cannot be manipulated by ego, fear, or conditioning. It's where your soul contract lives. It's the blueprint of your shared mission. Now here's where many people misunderstand. When your twin flame forgets you, what's really happening is not that the connection is gone. Instead, their human self, the part influenced by society, trauma, or ego defenses, tries to suppress what feels too intense. But that suppression only happens on the surface. Underneath, their higher self is still in constant dialogue with yours. And here's the beauty. Even when you feel abandoned, even when you cry thinking they've let go, their higher self is actually guiding you toward your own awakening. So the real question becomes, why does this forgetting happen? And what is it teaching both of you? Let's go deeper. If the higher self is always united, why would the human self feel disconnected, cold, or forgetful? The answer lies in spiritual timing. The twin flame connection doesn't just bring love, it brings growth. When the energy between you intensifies, it acts like a mirror. All unresolved wounds, abandonment, rejection, fear of intimacy, unworthiness, rise to the surface. For some twins, this mirror feels overwhelming. Their human self reacts with withdrawal, denial, or even outright forgetting as a defense mechanism. It's not that they don't feel the love, it's that they don't yet know how to hold it. And here's the paradox. This forgetting is actually a form of divine protection. Because if your twin flame tried to engage before they were ready, the union would collapse under the weight of unhealed wounds. So, their higher self orchestrates this period of forgetting as a kind of pause button. A chance for both of you to turn inward, to heal, and to grow strong enough to meet each other fully. But here's the next question we must face. If the higher self is always in union, and the forgetting is temporary, then how do we connect to that higher self when the human self is turned away? This is where your real power lies. When your twin flame forgets you on the human level, it's not the end of the story, it's the beginning of a deeper spiritual relationship with them through your higher selves. You can do this in several ways. 1. Meditation and inner dialogue. Sit in silence, call upon their higher self, and speak as though they're right there beside you. These exchanges are calm, loving, and reassuring. Their higher self always speaks in unconditional love. 2. Dreams and signs. Often when their human self is silent, their higher self uses dreams, synchronicities, and repeating signs to remind you, I'm still here. Pay attention to numbers, songs, and symbols that follow you. These are not coincidences. They are soul messages. 3. Living authentically. Remember, your higher selves are already in union. The more you align with your authentic self through healing, self-love, conscious choices, the more you feel their higher self present. You literally tune into the same frequency. And here's the golden truth. When you connect with their higher self, you no longer feel abandoned. Instead, you realize that forgetting is only an illusion, a temporary shadow cast by fear. The love is still there, alive, eternal. But this leads us to one final question. What do we do with this awareness? How can we live our journey with peace, hope, and strength while our twin flame remembers who we truly are? So let's return to our original question. What happens to a twin flame's higher self when they forget about you? The answer is simple, yet profound. Their higher self never forgets you, ever. Even when their human self pulls away, even when they act like you don't exist, their higher self is still walking beside you, guiding you, loving you, and holding the blueprint of your reunion. Your task is not to chase their human self into remembering. It's to stay grounded, connected, and faithful to the bond at the soul level. When you do this, you not only strengthen your own spiritual journey, you also help your twin flame rise into their own awakening. Remember, forgetting is not the end. It's part of the path, and the higher self is always in union, always in love, always waiting for the human self to catch up. So the next time you feel abandoned, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, what if my twin flame hasn't truly forgotten me? What if right now their higher self is whispering my name in the language of the soul? If this message touched your heart, take a moment today to connect with your twin flame's higher self. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and simply say, I know you're with me, and I trust this journey. And if you want to keep walking this path with clarity, hope, and strength, make sure to stay connected here. Share your signs, your breakthroughs, your experiences with our community. Because together, we rise. Together, we heal. Together, we remember. You are never forgotten. You are always loved. Stay blessed.